The Pashupatinath Temple in Kathmandu, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the holiest Hindu shrines in the world. Every year, millions of devotees visit this sacred place to worship Lord Shiva. But between 2021 and 2024, this temple became the center of a controversy that would shake Nepal's political establishment and expose critical questions about governance, transparency, and the handling of the public funds. This is the story of Golden Jalahari scandal. To understand this controversy, we first need to understand what a Jalahari is.
A Jalahari is the receptacle or foundation that sits at the base of Shivalinga, the sacred symbol of Lord Shiva. When devotees pour water, milk, and other offerings over the linga during worship, the Jalahari collects and channels these liquids away. For centuries, the Pashupatinath temple had a silver Jalahari, but in January 2021, that was about to change.
January 25, 2021. Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli arrived at the Pashupatinath temple for a special puja, but this was no ordinary religious visit.
Just weeks earlier, on December 20, 2020, Oli had dissolved the House of Representatives and called for snap elections, a move that sparked a constitutional crisis. Critics accused him of an unconstitutional power grab. His government was under fire and his political future was uncertain. Then, during this temple visit, Oli made a dramatic announcement. His government would provide 300 million rupees to install a Golden Jalahari at Pashupatinath. The Ministry of Culture was immediately instructed to release the funds.
The timing raised eyebrows. Was this a genuine act of devotion or a calculated move to appeal to Hindu voters before the elections? Many observers saw it as a lateral, an attempt to placate the Hindu constituency at a politically convenient moment. The Pashupati Area Development Trust, the body responsible for managing the temple, quickly moved forward with the plan.
The trust purchased 103.77 kilograms of pure gold from the Nepal Rashtra Bank for 800 million rupees. The government contributed 300 million and the trust added another 500 million from its own funds. This was an enormous sum of public and trust money. But here's where things get problematic. The entire process was conducted in extreme haste and under tight security provided by the Nepal Army. Local stakeholders, priests, heritage activists, and even ward officials were not consulted. They were not invited to witness the gold melting, the Jalahari making, or the installation process.
Opposition grew quickly. On February 22, 2021, two petitions were filed at the Supreme Court. The petitioner, including Narottam Vaidya, a former treasurer of the trust himself, and the advocate Nikita Dungana, argued that replacing the silver Jalahari violated the Ancient Monument Preservation Act of 1956. Despite the legal challenge, the trust pressed ahead.
On February 25, 2021 at 11:45 am, President Vidya Devi Bhandari unveiled the new 96-kilogram golden Jalahari in a special ceremony. But just hours later, at 3 pm the same day, the Supreme Court issued a stay order halting the installation process.
It was too late. The Jalahari had already been installed. The court had effectively been bypassed.
Priests and local leaders were outraged. Kedarman Bhandari, chairperson of the Pashupatinath Sevak Sangh and priest at the temple, publicly stated that the Jalahari was installed in haste with poor workmanship, evident in how it didn't fit properly. He called the entire process fishy.
As scrutiny intensified, disturbing questions emerged about the gold itself.
According to the trust documents, they had purchased 103.7 kilograms of pure gold to make it more durable for crafting, 2.89 kilograms of copper, 1.2 kilograms of silver, and 2.7 grams of zinc were added. bringing the total weight to 107.9 kilograms. The document stated that 96.82 kilograms were used for the main Jalahari structure and 10.9 kilograms remained. This remaining gold was supposedly used to create a ring covering the Jalahari. But here's the problem: there was no documentation proving this claim.
The Office of the Auditor General released its 59th annual report revealing that the trust officials had failed to submit any authentic document about how the remaining 10.9 kg of gold was used. The value about 78.6 million rupees at that time. In July 2021, the Commission for Investigation of Abuse of Authority, Nepal's top anti-corruption body, began to investigate.
On June 25, 2021, a CIA team arrived at the Pashupatinath temple at 3 p.m. to physically examine and weigh the gold in Jalahari. Representatives from the Department of Mines and Geology, the Department of Quality and Metrology, and the Nepal Gold and Silver Dealers Association joined them. The result? The Jalahari weighed 107.46 kilograms, close to the stated 107.92 kilograms, but not exact.
The CIA concluded that about 1.5 kg of gold valued at 11.7 million rupees had been disappeared. On October 1st, 2023, the CIA filed corruption charges at the special court against 3 officials of the Pashupati Area Development Trust.
The accused were Pradeep Dhakal, the then member secretary, Milan Kumar Thapa, the then treasurer, who was also coordinator of the Jalahari Construction Committee, Arun Kumar Shrestha, the storekeeper. The charges: embezzlement of 1.49 kilograms of gold worth 11.7 million rupees through lack of proper documentation and violation of due process. Maoist center lawmaker Leknath Dahal claimed during a parliamentary session that brass, not gold, had been used in the Jalahari, directly implicating former Prime Minister Oli in the corruption. The UML party, Oli's party, erupted in fury, obstructing parliament and demanding an apology. For days, the house was paralyzed. Finally, Prime Minister Pashupatinath Dahal intervened, stating that it was inappropriate to drag the opposition leader into the controversy while the CIA investigation was ongoing. The statement about the brass was expunged from parliamentary records and the House proceedings resumed.
On April 30, 2024, the special court delivered its verdict.
All the accused officials were acquitted. A bench led by Special Court Chair Tonk Nayan Kumar and member Murari Babu Shesha cleared Pradeep Dhakal, Milan Kumar Thapa, and Arun Kumar Shrestha of all charges. The court found insufficient evidence to prove embezzlement beyond reasonable doubt.
The acquittal was controversial. While it meant the accused were legally innocent, it didn't answer the fundamental questions. Why was there no proper documentations? Why was the entire process conducted in secrecy? Why were stakeholders not consulted? And where exactly did all the gold go? Whether or not gold was actually stolen, this case exposed critical failures in governance and institutional processes.
First, there was a violation of heritage laws. The Ancient Monument Prevent Act of 1956 clearly prohibits alteration to structure over 100 years old. The installation went ahead anyway, even after a Supreme Court stay order. Second, the lack of transparency. The entire process from gold document to craft to install was conducted behind closed doors, with no opportunities of public or stakeholder participations. Third, the failure of documents. For a project involving 800 million rupees of public and trust funds, the absence of basic records, just like agreements, payment details, weight certification, that was unjustifiable. Fourth, the political timing. The announcement came at a moment of political crisis, raising questions about whether religion devotion or electoral calculation were the real motive.
Whether or not gold was actually stolen, this case exposed critical failures in governance and institutional processes.
The case is closed. The accused are free, but the question lingers. In a country struggling with corruption, political instability, and weak institutions, the golden Jalahari stands as a symbol, not of devotion, but of everything that can go wrong when power, politics, and religion mix without transparency and accountability.